I'm Hannah. I'm a Year 11 student at Modbury High School. I interpreted the theme of hidden worlds in my work by looking at man-made objects and how coral and sea life takes over after we leave things behind. I think the adaptability and the resilience of the ocean isn't really acknowledged or seen as much anymore.
My name is Yi. I'm in Year 8 and I go to Padang Christian College. I interpret the themed hidden worlds in my work by looking at the world in a different way through the lens of a camera, because you could take different perspective shots and angles, and it really makes you think about how different it is when it's like up close or far away.
My name is Emma and I go to Golden Grove High School and I'm in Year 9. I interpret the theme hidden world into our artwork by using the environment of our atmosphere and the colours that was interpret into it, and then we also use cool toned and sharp and dark tone colours to create a mystical and more cool vibe like our environment.
My name's Amelia Valenti. I'm in Year 9 and I go to Kildare College. The whole class theme was ocean, and I chose to go with a underwater coral ecosystem because I think the textures and the diversity and the colours are really interesting, so I wanted to incorporate that all into my piece.
Our group was inspired by the movie Avatar because of all the cool and leafy features in the film, because it's very otherworldly. You wouldn't find this anywhere on Earth. The process of developing my work was, firstly we made a sketch of what we had in mind, and then we went and made a draft, a quick copy of it, and then we went on to make our final project and coloured it and detailed it into the colours and detail we wanted to. Media that we used helped us, as we used pearls and little gems, which really made us put detail and pay attention to the little things in our artwork. And the cardboard was really good because it was thin and you can shape it into whatever you wanted to shape it into.
The process of developing our artwork started with visiting the SACE art show, which had a lot of ocean-themed artworks that I took inspiration from. We then looked at refining our ideas through experiments where we worked with the media, and then we got to our final idea. I decided to use pipe cleaners and styrofoam for my art because it was easier to replicate the different textures and stuff we see in corals and sea life. They also had really bright colours which also replicated the real life models. I like how it looked. I like how the scuba mask looked. I think it reflects what people think when they think of scuba diving and underwater exploration, which obviously contributes to the hidden worlds element.
I started the process through collecting images that I thought that I could incorporate into my clay. With that, I started to create some sketches, and then I started with the clay process. I started getting down the rough shapes. Then after that, after I got what I wanted, I started experimenting with different tools and different textures and patterns to make it look as interesting and as close as a real coral reef.
I chose photography as a subject because I just thought it was something new for me and I just wanted to give it a go. I still had fun while doing photography and I think it was worth it in the end. The process of me developing my work was very long. It took me 3 hours standing there with a camera with my fish tank, and I just had to have a lot of patience to take the photo. I was actually planning to do a rule of thirds photo, but in the end I took a symmetry photo.
To me, being an artist means being able to communicate my ideas to people through my art and not always having to communicate it to them through words. I'm able to relax and just stay creative and use it as a way to just take a break and be able to really think about myself and what I want to do, and I'm able to enjoy it.
You can express your feelings into an artwork, an art piece, and then whatever you have in mind and your feelings, you can just make it into a piece of artwork and not care about what everyone else is thinking, because it's your work and you can just be yourself.
I can look at the world in a different way, and it's really different for everyone. I can have different perspectives. I can put myself in other people's shoes and I can take photos like that. It's really inspiring to be an artist because you can study different types of arts and it's fun.
What about being an artist means the most to me is probably the freedom and free will of art. I do like to explore and do things on my own terms rather than, following a strict procedure. I think art will always be a big part of my life. It's a good outlet for, certain emotions and things, and it's always fun.